Hey, this is a quick video looking at the key definitions and the key difference between the word multiple and factor, commonly confused quite a bit, so we're just going to practice using this within various contexts. So remember, a multiple is something that is the result of multiplying by an integer. So for example, multiples of 5 are 5 times 1, which is 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. And a factor is a number that fits into another one with no remainder. So factors of 10 include 1, 2, 5, and 10. So remember, multiples go up, factors go down. So it's just a key definition you need to remember. So fill in the blanks here should take you a few should be quite a quick activity for you to copy out and try, and then I'm going to look at some examples of some answers. Okay, the answers are going to appear in 3, 2, 1. So for question 1, we're going to say 3 is a factor of 12. 5 is a factor of, now anything that's in the 5 times table will count. So we can start with 5, we can go to 10, 15, so multiple answers. Question 3, blank is a factor of 16, so anything that fits into 16. So we've got multiple answers. It could be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Any of those would have been correct. Blank is a factor of 18, so it could have been 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18, because all of these you can divide 18 by with no remainder. Factor of 13, there's only 2 options here. It should be 1 or 13. And then 7 is a factor of, now here if 7 fits into a number, it could be 7, 14, 21, and so on. Anything in the 7 times table. Okay, so that was fairly straightforward. Now let's look at some examples of a true or false. So pause the video and decide whether these statements are true or false, and then we can have a look. Okay, I'm going to go through the answers together with you. So 4 is a factor of 8, so we can see that's true. It's not a multiple. Yeah, okay, 4 is not in the 8 times table, so it's not a multiple. So this is true. The second one, 6 is a multiple of 12, that's false. 6 is a factor of 12, and it says 12 is a factor of 6, so both of those are wrong, so that's false. 12 is not a multiple of 24, but it is a factor. Well, a multiple of 24 would be 24, anything in the 24 times table, so the next one would be 48, and so on. Now in this case, 12 is not a multiple, so that's true. But it is a factor because it does fit into 24, so that works out. Okay, another quick recap on multiples. For these questions, you just need to list the first 6 multiples of these numbers. So, for example, when you got 7, you're going to write the first few multiples as 7 times 1, which is 7, already written, and then the next one is going to be 14, 21, 28, 35, and then 42. Do the same for the next 4, and then I'll show you the answer in a few seconds. Okay, so here are the answers. You should have got all of these as the multiples. Looks like my head was covering the 5 up, so you missed that, that's fine. But you get the big idea. So these are all multiples of the numbers in black. Okay, so decide who's correct, Roger or Hardip. Roger says 4 is a multiple of 12. Hardip says 4 is a factor of 12. Who's right? Hopefully by this point you figured out factors fit into a number, so 4 is a factor of 12. It's not a multiple of 12, so Hardip is right, Roger is wrong. Here is something that might help you just to remember the difference between factors and multiples. You don't have to use this, but for example, the number 12 that we're using here, multiples go up to the mountain, so they're going to be bigger than the number given. Factors go to the floor, so they go downwards on the number line. You may find that useful, just to remember. Another way to remember is factors fit into a number. Have a look at these questions and work out what potential values of x, p and t could exist. Some of these have more than one answer. Okay, and I'm going to go through these now. Hopefully you've had a go. Let's mark it. So 20 is a multiple of x. So it means 20, in this number, 20 appears in its times table at some point. And 4 is a factor of x. So 4 goes into that number. So we can see that potentially the number could be 20 itself or 4. Question 2, 6 is a factor of p and 36 is a multiple of p. What could p be? Well, it could be 6, just as an example. So 6 is a factor of 6 and 36 is a multiple of 6. But there's a few more options here as well. So anything that has 36 in its times table. The other options are 6, 12 or 18. And you can try those out by substitution into replacing the p with those numbers. And then finally for the last one, the answer is going to be t has to be 3. Okay, hope you found that useful. I'll see you in the next video.